It's another beautiful morning down the boat. Now then, is that starting to clear? It's a lot better. Might be heading out soon. It's a lot clearer here. Still a bit of claggy stuff down the far end, but it's alright where I am. A lot of condensation again this morning, but it is a lovely morning. Good morning. Welcome back to the boat and welcome back to the channel. Well, it's part trois, that's French, and today we're going to be working on the portside step storage area compartment step thing. We're going to start thinking about how we're going to build the step, and I'm thinking I'm going to incorporate this in some way, and more about that later on in the video. So I've just done the usual maintenance when I first get on the boat, and that is just mop up a few of the drips which is coming from the condensation, which is kind of a good thing because it's not actually leaking in, it's just condensation on the underside of the canopy, being the time of year that it is, and that's drip, and that's just something I'm going to have to get used to. But that's the whole reason I've done resin and marine paint on the stuff that I'm building, because then it just makes it that little bit more water resistant. Right, well, let's crack on. Right, there you go, that's it all finished. Hope you enjoyed that one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. So that's my idea. So this is the platform here that I've already built on the port side, which is this piece here, but then I want to build that step in that corner there. I don't know, I think I'm going to go right to the bulkhead, but more about that later. And then maybe another platform coming across here that I could put a cooker on there if I wanted to, or it could be seating. I could put a cushion on there, anything I want really. And then here, where the cool box currently is, here there needs to be a gap there, because if you sat there you don't want to be putting your feet on something up here. You need a bit of a gap, so it'll probably, that bit there will probably end here, so you've got foot space here, and I'll top it with the EVA decking on there. Same with that and that, maybe. But what I've also thought, let's just zoom you out a bit, is I wanted to incorporate a cool box, and the one I was looking at was about 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters. It was too big. I didn't need one that big, so I thought, I've got this already. It's an 8 litre one. It's plenty for cans of drink, milk, butter, whatever, just to keep a few little items cool. I've got two little cup holders in the top, so I wanted to incorporate that in this step. I might do it here, but I might do it there. So my initial thought was that way around, like that, so that will fit in there, and then I'll build the step around it. But then I need to get to this, so would I have to have a lid to take off? I thought, But then I thought, how about, I don't know if you've seen my camper van video on my Casper Van Life channel. Well, it's the same channel as this one. I did a drawer in the back of my van on sliders that came out the back, and it's really good storage. So I thought maybe I could have a slide, you know, comes out like that, but then it's got to come quite a way out for me to be able to lift this lid. It's got to clear that. So then I thought, how about doing it that way around, and it slides out that way, so it only has to slide not as far, and then I can just pop the lid that way. Now the first thing I need to do is work out what the optimal height is for the step for when you're climbing off there into here and then in. Obviously that's what we had before, and that was on the floor of here, but now I've got this, so I need to work out what the perfect height is. Right, just prop that up. These legs are longer than those legs, so that's reasonably level, so I just need to test that and see how that is when I climb in, and also when I'm climbing out. Right, so that, my mum is never going to be able to, she's going to struggle with that, but if I'm onto this, onto that, and then to that, that's not so bad. That's not too bad. So dink, dink, dink. Yes, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. And then in we go, there like that, there like that, onto there and down. So that's quite good. The height of that's not bad. I mean, stepping onto there, then to there, and then out works. But if I had that as well, which would be like, I don't know, there, and then down, that would be like in, dink, 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 or dink, dink, dink. I think that's going to work. Right, it's time to start taking a few measurements and a few notes. So I'm just going to measure the height of that to the floor. Do I need to the floor? No, I don't. I forget the floor. I'm working to this, so we're going to measure to that. Right, 45 minutes later, done a few measurements. So this is where we're at. Hope you can see this okay. My pencil marks. So this here is going to be 18mm plywood piece that comes up like that, and then I'm gonna put another 18mm plywood piece all the way across to the bulkhead, and that'll be like a little plinth, sort of that sort of height, that then the drawer will then come out over the top of that. So I'll just be like finishing it off, and rather than just butting the corner up, I'm just making a little feature there, and this will all be obviously rounded off and done proper, done in the same finish as this. So then I've got these pieces, that's what this is here. These two screws are screwed into a batten, so I'll be able to use that batten to secure this to there. I have one there, I'll have another one across there, and they do need to be equidistant, because if I'm going to put runners, you can't have that one at an angle obviously, because they need to be sliding out perfect. So they're going to be equidistant, and I may put pieces, some more of this stuff across there and across there, just to strengthen it, but I might not need to, because I've got this 18mm ply screwed into this stuff, which is quite bulky. I mean, it's 40mm, 4 centimeters thick, so it's going to be quite strong, that. And once it's all made into a box, then it'll be even stronger when it's got the lid on, when it's got the top on it. So that's how that's going to work. So that's my little, just been making all my measurements here, so I can take these back and get them cut to size. So I've just done a bit of a seat test, sat myself there. I've got size 10 feet, and if that is there like that, again using these to screw into, I can then build another little platform like we discussed earlier, this one here, which will come up here, and that can be, I don't know, could be I might do a top that lifts up like that, and then it's like a storage unit. Ooh yeah, I like the sound of that. This is how it works. You start changing your ideas as you're going along. So my feet just fit in that gap, so this will be like boxed like that here, and then EVA foam decking on there to cover all these screw holes, with a little white trim border all the way around the edge, similar to what I've done there on there. Yeah, I think the weed's starting to disappear now, which is good, because I'm really itching to get out down the canal. I've got quite a bit of time off, so I might end up going out either next week, so maybe look out for that one. I hope you enjoyed the overnight video I did previously. Thanks to all those people that sort of laughed at my expense when I locked myself in. I won't be doing that again. I keep using this itty bitty cup, and I always forget that I've got this Tatonka mug, which is really good, stainless steel. Just need to make sure I blow the cobwebs out and the spiders. Other than that, it smells better. I do like this. This is just great. The only issue is, if I've got a mug, it won't fit in there. But if you've got a Tatonka mug, it does. Can you hear what I can hear? Mum? What? And Signet 1? I don't know. Signet 2? Hello. Where's the rest of the clan? Where's Mum gone? Where are you? Don't want you pinching my soft blueberry Belvita. Where's the rest of them? Huh? You don't know? Do you know? You're not bothered, are you? I do apologise, Mr. Swan. You're Dad, not Mum. Where's Mum and the other three? Or you just brought the other two out for a cruise? Right, excuse my mucky trainers, but if I'm sat there like that, and then I've got 18mm plywood, that's just about right. So, did you think I was sat there then? So that would be, that one's going to be there, like that. So that is going to be the next little step down. This bit, storage box. Not quite the length I've got it on that drawing, but yeah, it's just another storage area. Kingfisher's back. I saw something fly in. Whoosh. I just stood up here, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, straight across there. Oh, there's a barge going past. Sorry, narrowboat. Don't think they like being called barges. But yeah, kingfisher again. I need to get this on film. Brilliant. Bloody alarm again. Right, we've moved on a bit. I've cut some pieces to size. So I've got these pieces here, which will go like that. They just need screwing in. And then I've got this panel here, which will slot in there, like that. And you can see how it's contoured to the boat. I wanted to leave a gap, so that's fine. And then there'll be another one of these very similar to this that will go there like that, and then it'll be topped off with the step, and then this is where the drawer will be for the cool box, and then I'll put some kind of panel in there. There's a bit of storage there, so I can use that for something, and then I'll do the lower step here. So today's job is to get, I'm not working on those today, maybe that one, not that one. That one's going to get screwed into place. Then I'm going to put this in. I've ordered the sliders for the drawer, and I've done the platform. That's back at home drying. I've just painted it. I need to, before I secure that one, I need to put the sliders on the platform, screw it to this side on the back side of that, and then I can govern where this one is going to go, so it's absolutely perfect, because it doesn't matter where that ends up. So that's today's job. Now, to secure the bottom of this side panel to the platform, I'm using pocket holes, using this pocket hole jig. Now, if you've never used one before, they're absolutely brilliant, because you get to put your screw in at an angle, and it's a really strong fixing. It's really good. You don't have to bother with little angle brackets, because once these screws are in, I could fill that if I wanted and paint over it, and you would never even know. It's just a really neat finish. I will put a link in the description for one of these. They're not expensive. Comes with all the I made that. Comes with the Allen key, the special drill bit, which you can adjust. You can adjust this to the depth of the wood you're using, and you've got measurements on the side. This is 18mm, so I've set that to 18mm, and it just pops the hole through. Can you see there? Sorry, that's out of focus. But it pops the hole just right, and it's just a really strong fixing, as you will see in a moment. Just need to do that one, and then I'm going to secure it in place. You even get the long screwdriver bit as well, which you need to get down them holes. Right, that's all them done. Now it looks a bit rough at the minute, but once it's all touched up, it'll be fine. This has got to be repainted anyway. And there we are. Brill. Yeah, really pleased with that. I mean, that's obviously just those 3 screws. That's pretty secure. I mean, once the box gets built, it'll get stronger and stronger. I will be putting cross pieces on and all sorts, but that's the one I needed to get in, because I have to work from that. I'm going to put the drawer runners on there, attached to the platform, the drawer that comes out. The other drawer runner will be on this side, and then I can set this to wherever for my piece of next piece of plywood, and so it'll fit absolutely perfect. It's got to be, these have got to be equidistant so the drawer runs properly. So yeah, I know it's not painted yet, but I just wanted to get it in position. It easily unscrews. All these holes can be filled, because I don't expect this coming out. Whew, yes, really pleased with that. So, a couple of days have gone by, and the weather is completely different. It's really dull outside. We've had a lot of rain, and there's storms forecast for the next couple of days, so that'll be interesting. But anyway, I've got some new panels. One of these you've already seen. That one has to go there, like that. That one is going to go there, like that. So they'll be there to make the step. And I've also got this, which is the drawer that's going to be on here that slides out with the cool box on. So I'm going to be fitting all these today and seeing how they marry up, and then we'll start measuring for fronts and panels and end pieces and more steps. So let's get cracking. And there we have it. It looks something like that. So this is fixed, that's fixed, drawers in, so the cool box will be under there. We'll have a top on there which will be the step, and then when I want to use the cool box, that slides out, get what I want. The cable there will run, I'll cable manage it in through there, and I'll put a socket either on this bulkhead or on there, which means I'll have to take that off again. But anyway, so yeah, get what you want, shut it back up, close it back up. This will have a front on it that goes down to there and up, so it'll just be a panel on the front, which I will screw to the front of that using the pocket holes. I'll have side supports as well to make it sturdy, and there's even, I mean, if that's in there like that, I've even got space at the back should I require it. When the drawer's shut, you've still got a bit of space at the back, so might be able to utilise that somehow. But yeah, really pleased with that. Really pleased. Beauty. Sun's coming out. And I've got a brew. It don't get any better. Look at that. When it's in focus. Look at that. Hey? Loving that. That's going to look really good when the front's on. Top, EVA decking, and then I'll bring another step out. EVA decking, little top maybe, or a drawer, I don't know. Could do whatever I want. The only thing that I've spotted, and can you see it, that's annoying me a little bit. Can you spot it? Answers on a postcard. I've done that one with a little overhang there. I've done that one with a little overhang there. But this bulkhead isn't straight, I don't think. I think it angles off. So you can see there, there's a gap there, but then it comes up. So when I put the top on, which will have a bit of an overhang, it is going to stick out a little bit. So I might have to bring it in like that, because I am going to take it right up to here, the step top. So I might have to just angle it and then come across, but that won't be an issue. Man with a blind eye, I'd be glad to see that. One of my grandma's scenes. Do you know what? I think I'm going to call it a day for this video. That's going to be part 3, done and dusted. That's probably the trickiest bit to get done, getting them two side panels in the right place, and the supports to house the drawer slides, which is in. It works well. The cool box fits. Just, I must admit, when I put the drawer in, I was taking all my measurements when the cool box was sat on the actual floor of the platform, and then I built up with those battens, and then the plywood with the drawer slides, it brought it up, and it just, when the top's on, there's going to be a gap of about that much, which is absolutely perfect. Not quite planned, but I'm happy with it. So yeah, I think we're going to call it a day. Part 4 will be, I'm going to start measuring for the step top now and the other bits, but in part 4 we'll start working on the next stage. So I hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, every time, If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click on that bell icon so you don't miss out on my next video every Thursday 7 PM. Okay, well thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next one.